Today, 12th of December, COP28 going to end, and so many impressions, so many feelings of the people who participated there. And now with me, a sustainable expert, writer, Nahla Abdalla. Miss Nahla, hello.
Hi,
Nice
how
to
are
meet
you?
here
Nice to
on
meet you
Azerny
too.
Media channel.
Thank you very much.
So, first of all, exactly what do you expect from your expectation from COP28, please?
Well, COP28 is the time where action is going to happen. So there was a lot of talks at the beginning, and hopefully, I expect things that's going to take place. And I'm very, especially with the loss and damage fund, I'm very happy with it. It's a very big decision, and the decision of also the new investments in renewable energy. So we're looking forward for all those bright implementations.
So many countries which have a big industry, exactly they impact to the climate change. Have you any opinion about this point?
I don't really have an opinion based for specifically, but I just feel that it is our social aspect, or it's something that every individual needs to do something about it. It's us as human citizens, as global citizens. Everyone has his role in doing something towards the environment.
Yes. How would you comment struggle with the climate change today? What is the main challenges for climate change in the world?
There's multiple challenges, honestly,
Multiple.
but from my
Several
perspective,
of them.
several, yeah,
And explain. Okay.
several. But from my perspective, I look at it from an awareness and education side. I think we need to bring more education, more awareness to people to understand, especially kids, to understand what is climate change and what are the complexities of climate change. And this is one of the reasons that we've co-authored one of the books for Mission. It's called Mission Zero for Climate Change. It takes kids through a journey of understanding those very, very hard, complex terminologies and principles, and makes them easier for them to understand.
And yesterday, 11th of December, so many decisions made by COP28 presidency. And how would you comment in the future all decisions which made here yesterday will impact or give benefit to the future struggle of global climate change?
I think lots of the decisions that was taken in COP28 were very positive.
Positive.
Very positive. And we just need to look at it. There's always room for improvement. This is why future COPs need to be there also to continue with the same path and with the same rhythm of the actual COP28.
I see your book, Mission Zero.
Yep.
You are author of this book.
Yes.
Yes, a race to save planet Earth.
Yes.
For my audience. Okay. Mission Zero. Could you please explain what
Sure.
about the book, and very nice pictures.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and the goals of this book, the exactly target group.
Sure. So Mission Zero.
It would be interesting for Azerbaijan audience.
Yeah, that would be great. So Mission Zero was created because there was a need to break down, as I said earlier, the complex principles of climate change. And I believe that kids need to come on the table with us as adults and understand all the complexities of climate change. And hence Mission Zero came. It was authors, both myself and Farah. And we came together and we created an amazing book. We used the first book in the region to use AI.
City of the future, I see.
Yeah, so the AI was used for graphics and illustrations, and the whole book. And we have characters. Sarah and Omar.
Main characters of this book, yes.
Of this book is Sarah and Omar. They're two.
It's a novel, yes.
So it's a novel. It's a storytelling and this is why the storytelling is important in climate change education. So it doesn't scare kids. Lots of climate issues is associated with anxiety, eco-anxiety aspects. But once you put the storytelling, it breaks it down to them and it makes it easier for them. And this is what we intended. We resonated with the kids with an actual situation with Grandpa Ali, and then
Grandpa is narrative of Grandpa. Yes.
Grandpa. Everyone
Okay.
loves his grandpa.
Narrative. Everybody.
So the story starts with an emergency with the grandpa, and then it takes you through an amazing
Food, transport,
journey. Yes.
the
But
frustration.
the main book over here talks about three important aspects that is within the region. It's a challenge within the region.
Greed.
The region has challenges with some of their energy, foods, and water. And this is why this book addresses this. It takes you through the timeline of when did this whole thing start, when it was ancient Egypt, when there was no carbon emissions, and then how human impact has impacted the carbon emissions.
And I think, because you mentioned about the education in this regard, so we can start struggle with the global climate change from the beginning age. Yes, it is a part of education, which you
Yes.
mentioned before.
Yes, absolutely. I believe one thing, and I always say it, is the best tool to fight climate change is an educated child.
So I think you have information. Next year, Azerbaijan will host COP29, and this event has been taking place in Azerbaijan. Have you any information about our country, about Azerbaijan, and your expectation from 29, which will held in Azerbaijan?
I'm very excited, to be honest. I've never been to Azerbaijan, but we all know Azerbaijan. We know Baku, and I'm sure it's going to continue with the same momentum we have over here, and we just hope for a continuous improvement across all the COPs until we meet our resolution.
Ms. Nahla, thank you so
Thank you
much
very much.
for
Thank you.
short remarks.
Thank you.
And I hope we will see you in Azerbaijan, and we will present your book in our country, because
very much.
very interesting with the information, particularly for the young generation, for the
is.
children.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms.
Thank
Nahla.
you. Thank you.
So we discussed with Ms. Nahla Abdalla, expert, sustainable expert, writer, about the results of COP28 and about her book, Mission Zero. It was me, Kamran Gasimov, special for Other New Media.